My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and I'm with you with the area of advanced business and financial management. I'll be taking up this subject with you. So, this is a new subject which has been added to CIB. The examination has taken just once, that was in May 2023. So, again, this subject is something which is a blend of both. Theory as well as the practical portion. So there are two modules which are pure theory and two modules which are more or less practical based. So there we'll be learning both the things together. So just please let me know if I'm audible clearly to you. Okay, then let's proceed further. In terms of the examination, what are we going to do? In the entire examination, we have got four different modules. Okay, what are we covering in these modules, everyone? That includes Module A, which would include purely the management process. Module B, which would be based upon advanced concepts of financial management. Module C, which will be based upon valuation, mergers and acquisitions. And Module D, emerging business solutions. Excuse me. Okay, so when we talk about the area of Module A as well as Module D, these two modules, these two modules are pure theory. There is no practical in this. Somehow it was expected in the examination that it would that more of module A and module D can come, so that everybody can score good again. You think about that when you have very little time left, people are thinking about going for theory and then leaving up the practical portion, that at least 50% of the syllabus would come from this. But surprisingly, the questions from B and C were good in number. So what has happened is, if you're looking forward towards scoring good number of marks in this examination, you can't rely on just these 50 marks. You will have to go through the module B and C. And good morning, sir. And when we talk about the module B as well as C, in this case, this is the foundation module. If you do the module B properly, module C will turn into a piece of cake. Now, that's the perfect place where you can start with your syllabus. Good morning, everyone. So when I talk about the syllabus, we have four different modules: A, B, C, and D, where B and C modules are totally based upon the area of practical portion of finance. So yes, we're going to do a lot of financial terminologies as well. So whatever we'll be doing, it would be way better that you keep a particular notebook handy and actually note down all the things. No doubt, in this particular class, there are a few things that are going to happen. Number one, with every class, you will get a particular PDF of that class. We upload it so that you have this particular, whatever I'm providing you, what I'm teaching you, that particular PPT is available for you for studies. But the point is that, excuse me, but the point is that whenever the examination occurs, one thing that happens is sometimes you want to have a last moment revision. At the last moment, you can't open up each and every PDF and then study, right? So at that point of time, it is way better when you're having the last moment studies. You always go through that last moment study in a proper manner through only one thing, that is your quick notes. So it's way better when we are starting with your syllabus, you have your quick notes with you. Okay. So, what would be the first chapter that we'll be taking, first module that we'll be taking up? The first module is called the management process. So, this is based upon management. What do you mean by the term management, everyone? Heard about the term management? How do we define the term management? Management is basically an arrangement, working in an organized manner. You see that whatever your times are available, whatever resources are available, whosoever is available in terms of persons, because we need people to work for us as well. So all those things can be balanced in a proper way. Can we do something out of it or not? That is management process. In the management process, we are going to have all these six chapters or units in the module A. It would start from the basics of management. Here we will learn the various terminologies, the various schools of thoughts. Schools of thought means there are different people who gave the particular philosophy of management. Sir, every module has a different importance, I would say. Module A and module D, they are not asking any specific module a lot. They are asking questions from all the modules. So I would say this is one of the things that I cannot specify कि नहीं, this will happen or this will not happen. Good morning. Yes, this is the first class. Acha. So one point is sorted, everyone. Unit one is based upon the basics. We'll be learning about the terminologies of management. What we'll be doing in the second point, that is unit two, which calls planning. See, whenever we start with a new batch, you see all those details, isn't it? You see all those details because we actually fill up the plans. First of all, how much time I'll take in a particular class, I will determine that particular that I will pursue further. So that means we plan. We plan what are we going to do. Nothing, no execution. We're just brainstorming. Acha, this is what I'm going to do, or that is what I'm going to do. That determination, and again that management. Okay, now this is decided. I will do this based upon these things. I'm executing it, right? Next is unit three, which is called organizing. What do you mean by organizing there, everyone? Once we have decided that this is what I'm going to do, then when we talk about organizing, organizing is based upon religious. Sorry, when we talk about organizing, now organizing is all about. Huh, organizing is all about collecting the resources. We are actually making up the organization structure. Who is senior and who is junior? Till the time we do not find out that this person is going to be the senior in the organization. Yes, sir. Sir, BFM is for BFM and HRM. Achha, HRM is the elective class, but I'll confirm that if the things are like that, only if the BFM has been made for 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. The timings would be clear to you by this Monday only. So don't worry, the exact timing and everything else will be stated there only. Acha, when we talk about organizing, organizing is what? When I thought, ki, acha, I think we can set up the timings now. Let's reach the people who can work, and at the same time, we decide the organization structure. Who is going to be the senior? Who's going to be the junior? And we're not putting people into it right now. Organizing is all about making a structure. A proper structure will be made that this particular person will be heading. That particular person will be continuing after that. Organizing is sort of that only. No problem, sir. Whatever the timings are, we'll be updating it as soon as possible. Then comes the area of staffing. How do we define staffing? See, when I decided the places where people are going to be put, then I start putting people into it. Now, so staffing is what? Putting people into a specific place. That is called staffing. Okay, so staffing is related to the area where we are putting people to work. Now the point is, when I pick up people, I'll tell everybody, "Pata, we have a specific vacancy. Please go ahead and fulfill it because we are looking forward to a lot of people coming to it." Now the point is, I'll tell people that we have an opening and the opening is quite interesting, and at the same time, you will be paid well. So once we do all that, people will start coming for it. So that cycle is called recruitment. When a good number of people apply, then we'll be testing them. Then we will going through the resume. We will be interviewing them, and that is where we look forward towards selection. Whosoever is not good, we'll remove. Whosoever is good, we'll pick up that person. So that part is recruitment as well as selection process. Okay. So selection is what? A negative point or a positive point? According to you, what is selection, everyone? A negative point or a positive point? Selection would be a negative point because whosoever is not, you will find that this particular person is not good enough, and I'll not take that particular person. That is selection. Next point that comes is directing. How do we define directing, everyone? See, if I put people to work, that is recruitment. When I put people to work, when we put people to work, then what will happen? Selection is the process of what? Selection. Then we put people to work. I'll have to tell them now what to do and what not to do. If I don't tell them what to do and what not to do, they will always be stuck in it. So what will I do? The first thing that I'll do is I will instruct them. I'll be their leader because I'm the one who knows the work. Then I will motivate them. Once you start learning, the learning process is never very interesting. Was it? When we were in the schools, was it really very interesting? At one point of time, we were all tired. Ki, why are there so many exams going on? Why do we have to go through this? So, don't you think that people who are working in the offices have the same scenario? We all have a meltdown at one point of time that, oh, this work is not ending at all. What will I do? My personal life, my office. Oh God, I am not feeling well. There's so many things that happen around. So when people get tired and then they are looking forward towards a psychological relief, what will happen? The organization says the job is permanent for you. Don't worry, we are giving you job security. Number two, if it's not about that, we are also increasing your salary. Then the responsibilities are changing right now. So what is the organization doing when a particular person is going through a lot of things? They will motivate them, they will guide them, they will become their leader, and they will supervise them. And at times when the particular person is learning something, the senior will communicate. They will tell the particular person that I know this is very difficult, don't worry, let's work upon that. That particular portion is called directing. Last is controlling. See, once we decide a specific plan, not everything goes as per the plan, isn't it? Sometimes the plan will not work out. What will we do? We will have planning and controlling going hand in hand. How can we define it? Planning is making a particular decision, and then controlling is when you are going against your decision. Then what will you do? Anything is going against the decision that we have taken, then we will try to mend it. See, if I decided to have a particular control of more than 1 lakh rupees, then I wanted to grow my business. So this month I want to increase my sales by 1 lakh at least. So that's one point that I've taken. That is a plan. But if we are not focusing on it, excuse me, then what will I do? We'll try to put it back to that particular point. That part is called controlling. So this is your module A. Module A is quite easy and at the same time it's quite interesting too. Right? Next point. That's the management process. Number one is planning. Second is organizing. This is the actual sequence even. You start with planning, then you move on to the area of organizing, then you put people to work because you have made proper chairs for them, then you will make them sit on it, and then you will direct them, you will instruct them what to do and what not to do, and ultimately you will control. What will you control, everyone? In terms of controlling, when the things are not as per the plan, we will find the deviations and we will rectify it accordingly, right? Here comes the advanced concepts borrowing that I'll be taking. But where will I borrow the money from? I might be borrowing the money from bank, isn't it? So when we are doing all that thing, that particular thing is covered in the area of unit 7. That is sources of finance and financial strategies. Next point is unit 8. That is financial and operating leverage. How do we define leverage? Heard about the term? But when I start driving the car, the first thing that happens is that you put your car to the first gear and then you move it to the second gear. As soon as you increase the speed, you will increase the gear as well. है ना? So in this case, financial and operating leverage can be that particular ignition, or you can say the power that we are introducing so that the organization grows further. So unit 8 is about financial and operating leverage. Okay, then this is unit 8. Then comes to unit 9, capital investment decisions. How do we define capital investment decisions? First of all, in this area, we learn about finances. If our finances are falling short, what are the various ways through which we are going to ignite our organization's financial area? Then is unit 9, that is capital investment decisions. Capital investment decisions are those decisions which I will be making about making something big in the business. That means we will be putting money on assets. If I decide to make plant and use, if I decide to purchase plant and machinery A, what are the benefits? Plant and machinery B. Shall I buy any one of them, or may I look forward towards module the plant and machinery C as well? So you will be looking forward to individual a particular plant and machinery whether it's useful, or you'll be looking at multiple plant and machineries whether they are turning useful or not. That is unit 9 for you. Then unit 10 will be based upon international organizations. Unit 9, this chapter is very, very important. You are looking forward to very important chapters. This is a very important chapter. If you do this chapter properly, next entire module will turn into a piece of cake for you. Then my working will definitely be lessened a lot if you do unit 9 properly. Just unit 9, nothing else. Then comes capital budgeting for international projects and investment decisions. So when we talk about the capital budgeting for the international projects, it is like putting the money into the market, and then you are looking forward towards buying something from USA, UK. The problem is forex. That is, foreign currency becomes a trouble for me. Then, adjustment of risk and uncertainty in capital budgeting decision. We will try to adjust our risks and the uncertainty accordingly. That is unit 11 for you. See, the point is when we are making all these decisions, one of the risky parts is what? I think I would say the risky part is the area of when you're taking a decision, there's a risk in the market. And that risk is something that will affect the entire working in the market too, isn't it? And unit 12 is also quite interesting because this is all about decision making. We will take a decision now which particular area we should look forward to based upon the revenue, the generation that we are looking forward to, the generation of money that we want. All those things are really important for any business, isn't it? So then comes unit 12 for you. Okay, now this is the just the gist of it, not the very detailed area. We can say what do you mean by the sources of finance? Sources of finance means how do we get money into the business? Number one, on the basis of time. On the basis of time, if it is for less than 1 year, it is called short term. When it is for more than 1 year, we call it long term. Okay, so this is about the sources of finance. That is short term as well as long term. Next point, that is basis of ownership. One is owner's fund and the other one is borrowed fund. If I use my own funds into the business, that's called owner's fund. If I don't use my own funds, if I borrow it from somewhere else, it is called borrowed funds. So this is the fund that the owner provides and this is the fund that we take from others. So can you give me an example of borrowed funds, everyone? Certain examples of borrowed funds. Any ideas? Borrowed funds. Bank loan, that's a borrowed fund. Then loan, the public deposits, debentures, bonds. What are those? We are taking money from other people now. That will determine how my business will go. So that's about the borrowed funds. So either it can be based upon time or it can be based upon ownership. Next point that we'll be discussing is valuation, mergers, and acquisitions. See, when I want to grow my business, how can I grow it? One way is to value my business. First of all, I will actually understand the value of my business. What's the value overall? Then the next point that what we'll do is merger and acquisition. If I want to grow further, what I did was I have a company A, you also have a company B. I thought let's combine our companies together and make it a bigger one. They call it AB. There's a particular saying in Hindi. I hope anybody would have heard about it. That is called "ek aur ek 11." "Ek aur ek 11" simply means that if you add 1 plus 1, it will turn into 11. That's because of the coordination. Nothing else. It's not related to the numbers there. It is related to the fact that when we add something, it will always turn into that. Okay. Everyone, I am also sharing a specific link with you. Just a moment. Okay. Now let's talk about the valuations and mergers as well. Then we'll look forward to the other things. Valuations and mergers talks about what? Valuation, merger, and acquisition. Valuation is valuing your business. Merger is basically merging with the other organization. When one plus one, when one organization and the other organization, when they combine, the organization becomes way bigger because the pros and cons of each other are settled together. And that is where they call it synergy. We'll be talking about the synergy, we'll be talking about mergers, we'll be learning that how mergers impact an organization, and then acquisition. Acquisition means I'm not merging with the other company. I don't feel that we are equal. I'm going to overpower the organization. I'm going to purchase that organization. That is acquisition. Then comes the next point, that is valuation. Mergers and acquisition has these six chapters. Almost all of these will have six chapters. Only I think module A has got seven, and module D has got seven. Then comes the corporate valuation. When you corporate valuation means when you actually value a company. What is the value of a company is defined under corporate valuation. Then discounted cash flow valuation. This is something that you will understand only through the capital budgeting area that you would be doing in the previous module. So if you do this chapter properly now, as I told you, if you do this chapter properly, at least 3 to 4 chapters of module C are based upon this particular concept itself, time value of money. So if you know about that particular concept, most of the things will become a piece of cake for you. If you do not do that part properly, most of the things, especially the module C altogether, will be a trouble for you. So I would say that whenever we start with the module B, you should be very sorted with that. And sir, in my classes, you will find everything. I will give you all the things as per the IIBF book itself. Plus, even the MCQs from the IIBF book are covered, and I'm also adding more and more. So, in this case, you don't have to worry about whether we should go through IIBF book. What should we do? What is that particular thing that we should be taking care of? Everything has been taken care of when I prepared the particular PPTs and the particular details for these classes. So you will find everything in the classes itself. You don't have to worry about what should we do about the classes, what can we do about it. The plan is already prepared. You can see by what time we'll be ending the class. Number two, the entire details of the classes would be available with you. Number three, MCQs will be given to you for practice in the class itself. So that means you will have content based upon IIBF book, MCQs based upon the IIBF book and the previous the examination that was held, and based upon that, so everything is given to you in on this basis only. Plus, whosoever is a part of Mahapak will also be getting the mock test series as well, right? So you will get everything, the revision batches, mock test, whatever you look forward to. Okay. Next is other non-discounted valuation models. Both of these things I think have a base with the module B. Somewhere down the line, direct and indirectly, there are certain things that are related. Then we have special cases of valuation. In this unit also, we will be doing a little part of various modules. Acha, haan. One important thing, in the module B and C, there are many models. The problem is one, two, maybe even three, maybe even five. It is easier to learn all those models. But what if the number of models that they're talking about, this is what we have to, the way we have to think. The Sankalp batch, I think, sir, it has been added everywhere. The tests are available in the Sankalp batch, but depends upon which particular batch that you have taken. The entire subject based batch, I think the tests are added there itself. In any case, I'll provide you the support team's details as well. So you can have a word with in case you have any problems there. Everybody, you have one particular thing with you, that is just a moment. This is the place where you I've given it in the comment section, everyone. You can review. The support team details are provided to you. You can call them at any point of time. They will be helping you. And I'm also providing you my email ID where you can actually mail me in case of any query. Okay. Here comes my email ID, everyone. You can mail me in case of any queries. Now, I'll be also providing you the details of the Telegram channel. That means all the things that would be available for you, it would be available in both the areas. Any updates regarding the classes would be made here itself. Okay. Now, these are all the details that are available. Regarding any doubts regarding the classes or any other thing, there's the support email ID as well as the number is provided to you. Next is my email ID, and next I've given you is the Telegram channel details. So that means all these three areas are where you can connect to us. Acha. Now comes B and C module. They have got a lot of modules. If I say a lot of modules, there are many models there. So how do we learn those models? That is where I was telling you. If you will maintain quick notes, so every model can be defined in one line or two line that this is the crux of the model. So you will be able to at least learn it properly. The problem arises when people don't want to write it, and then by the end of the day they will be baffled. Array, I should go to the PDF. Which particular class was that? From where I will learn about the model? So it is way better when you are learning about these models, you write about it in the class itself. So by the end, when your examination is near, just go through your quick notes, then go through the PDF, and then whatever ebooks are available, the test series are available, go through all that, and then you are ready for the examination. There are so many things that we are providing, but you will have to manage your time to do that way. Then we have Unit 18, that is deal structuring and financial strategies. How do we structure a deal? I said that I would like to buy your organization, है ना? And but how do I buy it? Deal structuring and financial strategies is more or less a theory chapter. More of theory is there. Then we are entering the pure theory area, but a very interesting area. The next point is emerging business solutions. First is hybrid finance. When we talk about hybrid finance, this is a finance system which was based upon, the people said that there are two ways of giving money to the business. One is through my ownership, and second is, first is through my ownership, and second would be when um, I'll be asking people for money. But then they said between that loan thing and my ownership, there is one more line, that silver lining. There are other ways of raising money for the business. They called it hybrid finance. Then you have startup finance. If I start my business, what kind of schemes are actually available? That too from the Indian government when I start with my business, a new business altogether. Then we have private and venture equity and venture capital. This is where we are starting with the area of, uh, if I don't have money, I go to Shark Tank India. I've seen the people there. Those sharks will give me money. but they will also charge me something. That means they might be looking forward to my ownership. You know, they will take the little part of the ownership. Are they angels to me? They're just giving me money, and after a certain period of time, they will leave the organization once I have grown up, or they will eat away the organization or become venture capitalists. Then AI. Currently, I think everybody has learnt about AI a lot in the banking area. AI has reached a lot of market areas. So then you can see the apps are working on their own. So the bankers are relieved because people are doing a lot of things sitting at their home itself. So that is artificial intelligence. Then we are going to learn about a business analytics management tool. How do we study the business? How do we learn about the basics of the management? How do we learn about the business analytics? How do we analyze a business? Then we have green and sustainable financing. This particular area we'll be talking about, everybody loves to grow, but at what cost? At the cost of environment. So, how can we raise money for the business while just maintaining that particular part of environment? We are making sure that the environmental damage isn't there, right? And then we have special purpose acquisition vehicle. Special purpose acquisition vehicle can be stated as something which is, this is one of the smallest chapters. uh, if I want to buy your organization, I am an organization, you are also an organization, I wanted to buy your organization but I cannot, for some reason, the market restraints, anything else, surprise attack that I want to do on your company. What I do is I create another company, company A, and it's a kind of work that I give to them. That company A, you have to start acquiring all the shares of the company 2, so that I have, once you get all the shares, I will take over you. So in this case, I will buy the other company, but before the company would come to know, I would have bought it already. That is the purpose of special purpose acquisition companies. These companies are kept to acquire the other company, right? So that's the module D for you. So these are the four modules: module A and D, pure theory, while module B and module C is basically something where we'll be talking about the other details. Right, so this is the entire modules. I had seen bankers just preparing for module A and module D in the previous examination, thinking that more of module A and module D will come and we will manage it accordingly. But there was a disappointment because the portion from module A and module D wasn't that significant, though the numericals weren't a lot. Till the last attempt, they were not introducing a lot of numericals, but they had started adding conceptual questions which you cannot understand without understanding numericals. So, one particular problem is if you are focusing only on module A and D, you are risking your numbers, you are risking your attempt. You might go through the attempt entirely again. So, then it is better that if you're focusing on these two, you also focus on these two. If you focus on this particular module itself, everything else becomes a piece of cake. It's one of the things that will help you a lot in learning. But one thing, don't be scared of numericals. Number two, prepare your notes from the very beginning. Please do not do that part ki what to why to make notes. Everything is available now. Videos can be seen at any point of time. One point that you can see a video as number of times as possible. But the point is, do you have enough time? Don't you need time for your own self study? So there is a dicey point there, right? So emerging business solutions is something that is an easier module, an interesting module for sure. Okay, so everybody, any doubts till now? Is there anything that you would like to ask? Please feel free to communicate. In the comment section, you can write your doubts. Any doubts, everyone? Yes, with every topic that is going on, MCQs would be added there only, ma'am. Any other doubts, everyone? Chaliye. Module B. No, we'll start with module A, sir. We'll go with the sequence. One easy, then difficult, then easy. Because we are starting now. I won't start directly with the difficult part. Okay. Now let me share the details of our courses as well if anybody hasn't taken it up yet. You can go on to our website www.adda247.com, and if you haven't looked forward to this, you can also do it from our app as well. So I think it's way better to download the app. It is available on Android as well as Apple. What you need to do is you need to go on to the area of JIB and CIB. Go on to the area of CIB November 2023. This is where you will find the details. CIB Mahapack 2.0 is available at the same time. This is where we are providing you the Sankalp batch. So just let's look forward to our Sankalp batch. In the Sankalp batch, so all the test series, ebooks as well as the classes are all available there. ABM, BFM, ABFM as well as BRBL. All the four classes are available with you. Expert faculties are available. Interactive classes are there. The classes recordings are available after the live class is over. Then the lab batch size is quite small so that everybody can be catered properly, right? And in this particular area you will find all the classes to be covered in a proper manner. With every class you will get a PDF. Along with that, depending upon every teacher, you will uh, learn a lot of things, right? So you can contact me on my email ID in case of any queries in the classes, and at the same time we'll be keeping doubt classes and everything else for you, so that you can actually learn a lot. And at the same time, in every class I'm always available in terms of the comment section. Whenever you feel that there is a particular thing which is hard to understand, obviously the learning process is never easy. So whenever you are trying to learn something, you can look forward to it. To join the Telegram group, ma'am, just click on the uh, pinned message there. It is pinned at the top. Just click on that particular blue colored area. You just have to click and it will directly take you to that area, to the Telegram channel itself. Done. Chali then. That's it for the day. I'll be meeting you in our class. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye. Ma'am, currently the timing could be 6 only. If there is any change, I'll be letting you know about the same. Kindly join the Telegram channel as well and keep a check on the particular account or on your account. Every class that is going to be held at any point of time is already made available on that particular area itself. Thank